Welcome to the Opinion Planet podcast, number 5, Número Cinco. I
That
just
doesn't feel
opened a Canada Dry ginger ale, which is weird for me because I never drink pop, as Midwesterns say it. All right,
no. So
Midwesterns say pop. All right, but
they don't.
they do.
I
They
They did.
they
I
They
do.
did research, and the general consensus is that most Midwesterns say that it's pop. So it's
why is there a distinction among like the different parts of
because
the
it's
state?
better. So I'm
Well,
using
no.
I'm using it to follow up or as a a mix for my vodka here because we're going to be talking about a very morbid topic, which is doomsday. It's going to make everyone sad. Uh,
It can make some people happy. I know a lot of people like jokingly or not jokingly say, "Oh, the end of the world, thankfully," or "Fuck yeah, I don't have to pay taxes or go to fucking McDonald's anymore."
well, it's all
But
joking, unless
you never.
I feel like
Uh,
those people who say like "kill me now," you draw like a gun on them, they're probably going to piss themselves. I mean,
yeah, they're not afraid of anything up until they have a gun pointed at their head.
yeah,
Then
up
they're
until
gonna
the
be
moment comes. You know, it's kind of like, you know, yeah, I can jump out of an airplane, and then once the door opens, it's a different story.
it's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Either way, I am your other host, Amadeus Kyouma, with a new and improved microphone. So I'm hoping my audio sounds better to our 0 listeners at the moment, but eventually, the people will appreciate the quality of life improvements that the OPP studio is committed to making for your benefit.
Yep.
And we have a third host.
I think.
Yes. Hi. I'm
Hello.
GymBagBob.
Very
Hello.
sad. Can you not actually hear her?
Me?
I suppose she's not really saying anything. You know what? It's like any other episode. She'll
Yeah.
warm up. She's fine.
It
Oh my
just
god,
sounded like she was saying like hello to the guests.
oh my god,
Hi.
Molly, calm down. You're being so energetic over there.
Sorry, the cats are distracting me right now.
Calm down.
I know, I think, yeah, we mentioned it one of the episodes, but I went to a work party and I was on a boat with one of our maintenance guys, and
Yeah.
he kept on like, not taking digs at Molly, but like, oh my god, you're so quiet. Like, calm down. You're gonna give yourself a heart attack with how much you're speaking.
Wait, who would say that?
The maintenance guy I work with, he was just like talking a lot, and Molly wasn't speaking a whole lot. So that was his attempt to get her to open up, is just to
Yeah. By making a
know.
comment on her absence of speaking.
Yeah, because that's a good way to
Yeah.
get people to speak.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's how
I-
everyone tries to get someone to talk.
in all
No.
fairness, he did ask
A
a
lot
couple
of
questions.
I answered them. I didn't start conversations through them. I just gave an answer. But
You're not a talkative person, or is it just like a thing?
with most people, I don't like talking.
So it depends on the person.
Yeah. Like if you're a total fucking stranger, I'm not gonna sit and talk your ear off or anything.
Well, we're not total fucking strangers.
Well, yeah, yeah, that is a good point. He brings
No,
up.
I've never met you guys before.
All right,
That is
well,
a good point. I did meet you guys on Kick, and I'm 38, so.
I'm the 38-year-old here.
Really?
No, you were the
Yeah, you're
17-year-old.
17.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot my fake age. My bad.
If everyone's confused, refer back to our special episode.
We have interesting conversations. I'd say like 30% of the time they have like relevance, or it's like something you can actively think about and not just listen to people banter. This podcast, I'm sure most people are aware. It's podcast slash radio talk show banter.
Yeah.
We Do you feel like we have the personalities of a radio talk show host, or are we still finding our footing?
We could if we tried. I mean, I still feel like we're finding our footing. I think the advertisements definitely help with that. The introductions,
Yeah. I mean,
2 hour period of us just talking, interacting. I
mhm.
mean,
if
maybe I need to listen to more radio shows, but that was my whole point, was to turn this into like a radio show esque.
yeah, I know. If we wanted to really emulate radio, there's two things I thought of. So obviously, a lot of talk show hosts they have like exaggerated personalities, and I don't know how well we would do with that. It would have to be distinctive personalities, but it could be interesting. The other thing is this just brought back a childhood memory from a radio talk show, but they would play a really obscure sound and they would have callers call in to try and guess the sound, and if they got the guess right, they would win like 1,000 or 2,000 bucks, and the sounds would be like a fucking zipper opening or some shit.
Yeah.
It was standard radio. Join our show for a moment and guess, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do something like that. The only discrepancy is I'm not going to start dishing out money. All right, we're not philanthropists. That's their
A
job to give
free
us money.
OPP mug.
Yeah, it would probably be like some merch.
yeah, that's pretty good actually. I mean,
Yeah.
if I was a big fan, if like the Joe Rogan podcast had like caller segments, and if you guessed it right, you get a fucking
You get a poster of Joe Rogan signed and kissed by
yeah.
him.
That'd be worth like 25 bucks on eBay, so I'd
Yeah.
take that.
25? I'd say more than 25. Yeah, like a signed mug or something. Shit. Or like a
Yeah.
signed can of water. OPP water.
Yeah. OPP water, OPP piss water.
Yeah, OPP piss water. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna say OPP and then it's gonna say piss on there, and it's gonna be like a lemon taste.
Lemon taste. That's actually,
A
I like
lemon
that.
ticket.
Yeah. Lemon or lime water, but it's just labeled as piss water. But like
Yeah,
the real fans know. That's
that's
actually good because
that's good.
it's a
It
disgusting
will.
marketing thing.
We're gonna sell it at a loss, but unless we get like enough of a gathering on it, and
Well,
like people are like, oh, this is funny, I'm buying it for the meme.
yeah. I suppose, yeah, the bottling would be the most expensive part because we can just use obviously our faucet water, which is very healthy and totally up to code, by the way.
It would have to
Throw in
be
some lemon.
approved by the FDA.
Would
Right.
it? We're not like going through government. We're just a random fucking.
I mean, it's a sale of food or beverage.
Yeah, but I've sold.
Even if
Okay.
you
Well,
sell like lemonade stands, like Karens, or like fucking, or for lack of better words, I guess, for the internet calls Karens, all right, have like shut down lemonade stands because they're not up to code.
Because it's
it's
a fucking 6-year-old.
Yeah, it's not up to
it's
code.
it's funny you should say that because there's a post on a Facebook group for the town I'm in
Yeah.
about a child doing a lemonade stand, and I commented, "Do you have permits for this? If not, I'm gonna have to come in and shut you guys down
It's
because you're
pretty
not
good.
up to code."
So even you acknowledge that you need, proper permits and government fucking approval for that kind of activity.
But like, I think it's only an issue if we're like really popular. If we like just kind of do it and disregard the rules because we're small and obscure, we're pretty underground of a podcast.
I'm only
Then we
doing
can.
that with the non-copyrighted music for the advertisement so far. All right, I'm not gonna. I don't want to bend the rules any further for legal action.
If you want some more non-copyrighted music, I got some lyrics. I think I've sung them to you before. The
Are
the
you
whole
talking about?
yeah. The I she bakes me bread. No, I bake her bread. She gives me head. I'm not
No.
gonna
Did you
spoil the
make
whole
that?
song.
Did you make that yourself?
No, I had Chat GPT make me some lyrics.
That's pretty good. Why don't
I'm
you?
actually
Why don't you
curious.
actually like sing it? And I'll like put a beat, and then we can release it.
I don't think you want me to
The
sing that song.
Amadeus Kyouma diss track.
All right, just the Amadeus diss track.
The Amadeus.
My musician name would just be Amadeus because there's this one small time composer,
Yeah.
Wolfgang. No, Fuck, what was his?
It was like Amadeus Beethoven or something.
No, I'm actually struggling to remember the guy's full name. Mozart Wolf. No, Mozart Amadeus Wolfgang. Mozart Wolfgang. Was that it?
It's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Is Mozart is that's his last name? Like for
Yeah.
sure, that's canon. That's
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought that was his first name.
No. Wolfgang is his first name. Then Amadeus middle Mozart. I think
It
it's middle.
depressed.
It just says Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. So
I thought Wolfgang was his last name. It depresses me, like, cause I have a shitty last name, and if that's what people remember me by, I just I don't have a good stage last name. I don't think really any of us do.
I
Molly
really,
has,
I really don't.
Molly has the best out of all of us, but
If I translated
It's
it,
not a good one.
it would have been. It would be good. Molly, yours works.
wait,
Mine
Jason,
were.
what's the translation for your last name?
It's dirty farmer.
Yeah, yo. That's
Yeah.
all I think.
Nocam had a farm.
You should start going by that.
Dirty.
No con.
I tried. I
Just
No.
tried
to
getting
make it
people to go
fun.
by it. They call me like I'm an abbreviation of my name or like a small. Some people go by like a small abbreviation because it's too much. It's 3 syllables. Well, it's 4 syllables actually. It's too much for them, I guess. So some people will say the full thing, and then some people will just say the first 3 letters. So I tried to tell them in the beginning, like this is the translation. But
You should always correct people and be like, no,
it was dirty farmer.
that's not right.
Yeah, but when I
Just start
told
getting mad at anyone
when I
that
told
doesn't
the
say
person who's
it.
in charge of me, they said it was pretty cool, which I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of nice. I think it's also nice that like the history that's behind it. Like there's no good person that like has this last name. What about you guys? Do you think you have like good ancestors?
Um,
Do you think you live up to your last name?
no. Well, I think I'm improving upon my last name. Um, my ancestors, though, I'm sure they were hell of a interesting character. German and Irish on my father's side, and my mother's side is Ukrainian, I think.
Oh
So I'm
shit.
personally affected by the
Yeah,
conflict.
I was gonna say exactly that. You must be you must really
I mean,
feel.
yeah, my heart goes out to the people of the Russian soldiers for the lives that are
Huh?
being lost.
Lots due to my people. That's fucked
Um,
up.
otherwise, otherwise, I mean, I think I'm improving upon the my family's name. I'm not gonna say it. I'm sure people can find it, but I like to think I'm better than all of my family. Wildly so. The bar was set pretty low though, so.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you're doing better than your family? Do you like judge them harshly or judge them at all for, just how shitty or dull they are?
Success is
I mean,
subjective.
No.
You know, one person could find, killing another human being to be higher than, you know,
I
serving the
suppose, yeah,
military or something, you know?
that's your family's claim to fame. Is
Exactly. So I gotta live up to my name somehow.
you should tell the backstory in as few detail or as detailed as you want to be.
Someone decided to let out their anger like a man, all right? And I don't remember how they did it or why they did it specifically. I think it was a fight, but but it was one of my family members ended up killing their ex-wife. All right.
what? I
You don't
don't remember hearing about
You're
this.
retarded. You're actually a fucking idiot. All right. If you don't remember that, there's how many times I've said it I've known you since middle school. You don't remember me talking about that?
We've known each
I
other since
tell it.
elementary school.
Like
Actually,
elementary school. Because I tell everyone whenever I bring that or whenever I meet them. Like I just bring it up because I think it's
I mean,
funny. That's the
the same thing
icebreaker.
as this is the same thing as me being like, I'm a sperm donor baby, and you didn't figure out that that is actually true until years after knowing each other.
Yeah, you probably did tell me that. I mean, now that you told me again, I retain that knowledge. But but all right, fair point, fair point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, I mean, they killed their ex-wife via gunshot and then ended up in prison and died in prison. We got a Sega system from him, which is kind of cool. But then we just sold it to some fat ass who enjoyed it more than we did.
I'm on Facebook looking at people with my last name, and a lot of them surprisingly live in the town I'm in, and they all look fucking pathetic.
Oh, that's not
One of them works at Subway. Uh, yeah,
Stop it! You're narrowing it down.
my family's claim to fame is that my father has an assault charge and a couple of DUIs. Um,
All right.
and my mom got into a lot of fights in high school, so much so that like the people that I was working with at McDonald's, like their moms knew of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, your mom was the bitch that fought other people all the time? Cool.
Pretty funny.
And now, as far as I'm aware, my mom is working at a liquor store, doing nothing with her life, abandoning her only good child.
That's awesome.
Oh, good job.
Hey, they tried contacting you.
Yeah, that is true. What would you guys have done in my case? Would you guys be more like open, willing to, okay, yeah, this is my birth parent. They're kind of important, you know, they raised me, they birthed me. I should be nice to them.
No.
I mean, I feel like I would have at least talked a little bit, not like completely be like, nope, wrong person.
Personally, I think I would have done the same thing. Deep down, I really probably like I'd want to like fuck with them more. Just fuck like give them like false details like yeah, I actually like I'm a prodigy child. Like I got accepted to college at 16 or some shit.
I thought
And
you were gonna say, yeah, I'm a prostitute now, actually.
yeah, and then break that news like a couple years later. Yeah, I'm a prostitute now.
Fuck,
And
you're
then make
making.
it seem like it's a whole drama. But
I mean, I guess I could still find them and like start just feeding them really false details. Like, I won the lottery and I'm not gonna share a fucking penny.
see?
Actually,
Yeah.
let me find
Oh
my
shit.
mother on Facebook.
Live on podcast is happening. No, so yeah, deep down I probably would have wanted to do that, but I mean I probably most likely would have just like not said anything and just you're out of my life.
Yeah.
Because yeah. I don't know, you can only say family's blood so much before it starts getting or before the meaning starts, losing
Yeah.
meaning.
There's always that age-old saying that a lot of people like misinterpret as saying that like you're supposed to stick with family. Blood is thicker than
Water.
water.
Yeah.
But the rest of us, you know what? I want to look up the entire saying because it's important. I cannot type fast. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, you're doing that. Want to hear about how my family, how famous my family is?
Yes.
Well, there's someone that I'm related to. They don't have the same last name as me, but they had a whole article done on the front page of the newspaper in the town that they live in, which is about an hour away from here, because they stole money from their job and gambled with it.
Wait, what now? Wait,
Someone I'm related, they took money from the job that they worked at and just started like gambling with it.
Well, that's not too bad.
They did a whole article about her.
I see why you're a gambling addict now. I want to place you in a casino and like give you $300 and give you 4 hours and see if you come back with riches, or if I just see you running back to me like crying and just they took the casino took all my money.
2026. I like that. We should all go
I would
casino.
love that. Genuinely, I would love that.
Dude,
So
I
if I
was taking.
lose all the 300,
Yeah.
does that mean I'm done? I can't do anymore?
No, you just shot on spot.
Yeah. Public execution.
Okay.
Round of applause from everyone.
You're gonna film it, right? And post it on OPP?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
definitely gonna film it. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was taken when I was. I think it was around when I just turned 18 or 19, one of the two, to a casino, and I was given like $100. I'm like, all right, go ahead and start doing it. And then I just started losing a ton of fucking money, and I just got pissed.
Well, what'd you play?
I had no desire to go further.
What'd you play?
It was like the. Was it like the slot machines?
You played slot machines? Fuck you.
Are those
You're a fucking nobody. You're gonna be an alcoholic
What did you?
by the time.
What did you think? All right. What did you think I was doing? All right.
I was assuming you were a man of class and culture, and you were at least playing blackjack.
Oh fuck off! Whatever. It's my first time at a casino. I didn't even know how to play blackjack then. I didn't learn how to play blackjack until basic training. All right, and I bet a Bible.
That's frowned upon.
I know. It was horrible. It was like there's a couple like they're pretty heavy Christians I was playing with, and they're just all right.
They accept that?
Yeah, they just accepted the Bible when I bet it.
Those aren't real Christians then. Those people are gonna go to hell.
They were like they were like diehard Christians.
Molly, do you know how to play blackjack?
I do not.
All right. Very simply,
I'll need to learn before we go to the casino.
The goal is to get to 21. If you go over,
I know that part of it.
You're out. But it's just if you really want to be a true gambling addict and really get into it, you need to learn how to count cards. There's a whole bunch of movies and actual groups that do this. Fucking mathematicians from famous universities that they're just numbers people through and through. Yeah. And they just learn the statistics for blackjack, and they go to Las Vegas for a fucking month trip, and they just pretty much.
I remember this movie playing in math class one day.
Yep.
Are you talking about Hangover too?
Yes.
Fuck. No, which one? Which game? One of them is like you're not allowed to do card counting, but if you card count, it like makes the game way easier.
That's blackjack.
That's okay.
Well, I guess like any game with cards obviously has some element of card counting, but from my understanding, like casino pit bosses, they do try and keep an eye on people that are like getting too successful.
Yeah.
With the phrase getting too hot. So if you're just like constantly winning, clearing the casino out, then they'll approach you and tell you, "Hey, get out. You've had your fun. Now leave."
That's retarded. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, the casinos. The whole point is, it's a cutthroat business. They are there to take your money, and they're like an insurance company. They're there to take your money, and if you actually like try and start to win a little bit, then they shut that shit down.
That's why I think it's like sad when you walk into a casino and you see like all those old people just at the slots, just clicking button after button, hoping the next button will be the one. It'll be the one. They're gonna be home. You're gonna be a multi-millionaire.
One click away.
Yeah.
So many old people actually like winning big though when I'm at casinos.
I'm sure. You keep putting that thought into their head.
See, if it's an old white guy that wins, what you need to do is walk up to him, say, "I'm the daughter of the woman you had an affair with. Give me some of the fucking money, or I'm telling your current wife about your affair." And like 9 out of 10 times, I'm sure they'll like, "Oh shit, okay, here, be quiet," and then give you some money.
Either that, or if that doesn't work, if he shuts that shit down, just start saying, like, especially if you're female, this will only work. Just say, like, if you don't give me that money, I'm gonna start screaming rape. All right. I mean, it's an old white guy. He's gonna freak out.
I feel like that would cause too much of a scene.
It's frowned upon, but I mean, it would cause a scene. But that's exactly what he doesn't want, you know?
Why can't we try this, Jason? We could.
You know, because, all right, nobody's going to care. It's two white males, all right? What?
Well, what if we? All right, never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I have to have a modicum of decency to myself. Um,
This is, it just got super controversial. By
yeah,
me. I was the one who caused this controversialness, all right? Nobody said this was a PG-13 podcast, all right?
it's all good. No, I was just gonna kind of tie back earlier to Molly's punishment if she doesn't win at the casino. I was about to ask you, Molly. If you fail at the casino, then do you know what you and Saddam Hussein are gonna have in common?
No.
You're both gonna be hung.
And it's not going to be the quick one either. It's going to be by crane, and it's going to be slowly pulling you up.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
And then we're going to put a disco ball tied to your feet, and then you're going to like swing around, and they're going to be a disco party.
Can I make a single request?
What's that?
Possible.
Can the song Mirror Ball by Taylor Swift be playing during this?
Yeah, that's the last song you hear.
Because like you're slowly losing oxygen, blood is rushing, and you're just like tightening on the rope. Yeah, okay.
Like, thank God the song
That's
request came
actually
through.
one of the worst fucking ways to unalive yourself, honestly.
Not if you do it right. If you like fall quickly and you snap your neck like how it's supposed to be intended.
Well, yeah, but like, how many people are professionals at it?
No one.
You know,
So
it's-
most people just like asphyxiate themselves to death, and that just sucks.
yeah, because
But
you
a
have
lot.
like
I
that,
mean,
that minute of struggle where you're like, oh fuck, I regret this. How did you get in here?
but then most like 9 times out of 10 though, if you're at that minute of struggle, like, all right, I need to get the fuck out of this. Like you can't. You're too out of oxygen to like fix. Help yourself, or
Yeah,
so you're just
it's
freaking out.
the same thing with like the Golden Gate jumpers,
Yeah.
where it's just like that instant moment. Oh, did I? I did. I was just overreacting a little bit. I didn't
Right.
need to do this.
Men are better at killing themselves than women are.
Why is that?
Because we're more thinkers. All right. God, please, someone come into the comments for fuck's sake. I want someone to challenge me on this shit. This is.
Well, I think
I
women.
am
I mean,
intentionally making it controversial. I want people to like
I
say
think
something.
the average man versus the average woman. The average woman is going to be more of a thinker, just because they're more in tune with like emotions and not just burying them and denying their existence. So they're much more uh, present in the world and with what they're feeling as a human being. So I would make the claim that modern women are on average probably more critical and deeper thinkers than your average man.
That's fair. I mean, they have so on average, supposedly, from a random statistic that I've heard of from whatever the fuck ago, females on average have more suicidal thoughts than males, but 77% of males make up suicides.
When was the last time you had a suicidal thought, Jason?
And I'm making this podcast right now.
All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But are you going to act on it though?
Yeah, we'll see what happens when I'm drunk enough. You know what I'm saying?
You need some of that liquid courage first, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Maybe that's what it is.
I know
Alcohol.
there was I thought of a scenario in my head where like you're on a commercial plane and you're over the ocean and you just like see one of the engine goes out and you're like 35,000 feet up in the air. So like
Yeah.
for sure that you're gonna die. Like there's
No.
well assuming okay,
Average. I mean, modern planes, they can survive off of one engine. They can fly to their destination off of one engine. So.
all right, both engines are dead in this scenario. You're
This is
going
a
straight.
737 or this is a 747? Because both engines are dead, that means it's two, and they have four engines, so they could still survive off two engines.
All engines within the aircraft are kaput.
Okay.
You are going down to the ocean. My thought process is How would you rather die? Would you rather die in a crowded plane with a bunch of screaming people, obviously, oh shit, this is happening, or would you jump out of the plane? Because at least then, you don't have to hear the screaming, and you get just like the free fall against your face, and you get to experience like a skydive.
See,
At
we've
least one.
talked about this before. The most, like, even like lethal plane crashes that I've seen on video, like everyone, like as soon as like there's an inkling of an idea, yeah, this plane is fucking, it's gonna fucking crash. Everyone just goes quiet. Like there's not a lot of, I mean, at least from the ones I've seen. All right, maybe there's some other ones out there, but more often than not, you're human. You're gonna go quiet. You're like, all right, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, because you're still gonna have that hope that like, well, the pilots can handle this. You know, they've had enough training. They could probably deal with this. You know, there's water landings. You know, Sully was a thing. You know,
Yeah, when you're over the fucking Atlantic Ocean, just remember,
yeah,
we'll be good.
that's what's gonna go through my head. All right, I'm gonna hope too much,
Just start
or
yelling that to
or
other
jump
people.
out. I mean, look, even jumping out of a plane with a parachute is fucking terrifying. So why would I want to increase?
Well, yeah, you have no parachute in my scenario.
Yeah, so why would you want to increase your like you're already freaking out? Why would you want to increase your fear?
Well, you're gonna die soon anyway, so why the fuck not?
Well, you don't know that though, because there's a slight possibility because like you're
Alright.
cushioned by that tiny little fucking airline cheap ass chair and the sheet metal that's below you, and then people's luggage. All right, so maybe
I mean, I guess it depends on the pilot, because like in a real life scenario, if like all engines are dead and they can at least like control the descent, then yeah, you'll probably survive the impact,
no, you
assumably.
won't. You won't.
Well, you're
100%,
thinking,
especially in the Atlantic Ocean.
all right, you're thinking like a straight nosedive head on. If
No,
like
I'm
they still
thinking
have,
I'm thinking even if it like splashes down like a fucking penguin, all right, or if it like glides into the water. That's why Sully was such a big fucking thing because nobody knew up until that point that planes, especially passenger planes, could survive water landings because they just shatter in the water.
well, that happened in like what 2009. So assumably, current aircraft could
No,
have a reasonable chance. A
no,
reasonable chance.
not at all.
Are you an aviation engineer?
No, but I know 100% if it's like that far up into the air. You know what? I just for this, I'm gonna get my aerospace engineering degree just to prove you wrong. All right. Fuck
You
you.
should ask your fucking. Do you ever get a chance to speak to the pilots of these aircrafts or no?
No, because that doesn't really mean anything. Just because they know how to fly it doesn't mean that they know the engineering behind it.
No, but they would know more than the average person, assumably.
I guess. I mean, I'm a aviation influence or
The aviation
aviation.
influence.
I'm an aviation influence. No, I'm not yet. I'm an aviation entrepreneur. Or I make. I know how to make a good paper airplane. All right. No, I'm an uh enthusiast. All right, an aviation enthusiast.
Yeah,
At least I used to be more of a heavily version of it. So I don't know. I mean, I know that like these things are like meant to be light, right?
yeah.
They're not designed to survive anything like or to survive any kind of like dangerous landing
Friction,
because
or
of how
yeah,
rare it is. Because why would you?
you don't account for it.
Yeah, why would you account for something that's gonna happen like 1 in a million? You know,
Like,
actually,
there's got to be a couple of more than just like the Sully plane that landed on the water.
I was close. 1 in 11 million chance going
It
down
still
due to an
feels
emergency. That's a whopping 0.00001% chance that something will go terribly wrong on your flight. So why would you account for that?
because I don't fucking know.
I mean, you're trying to, jet fuel is already fucking expensive, and there's already a lot of people who aren't, you know, especially around COVID. A lot of people weren't flying then.
Yeah. I still wish I know why it's discontinued. The Concorde aircraft.
Oh, they're bringing it back, just
I
very slowly.
I don't. So
They're bringing a
what do you
version back.
what do you mean? What do you mean by bringing it back? For who?
Well, they're bringing back hypersonic flight.
For commercial
Is this
use?
hypersonic?
That's what Concorde
Commercial
was.
flight.
Yeah, it was hypersonic.
Meet the Stargazer, the hypersonic flight that's not. All right, here we go. May 1st, 2023, from robreport.com, whatever the fuck this is. Venus Aerospace is building a hypersonic aircraft that can carry about a dozen passengers. All right. So this is going to be expensive as fuck.
Yeah, that was the
Traveling at
issue with
Mach
Concorde
9.
anyway.
All right.
From my understanding, the issues with Concorde were it was obscenely expensive due to the um, just how fucking expensive the planes were, and they had to make their money back somehow.
Yeah.
The pilots that had to fly the thing, you needed to be an expert beyond all other experts. It was high level shit.
Yeah.
According to the one YouTube video I watched. And the other big issue is that you can't use it. You can only use it to travel over the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean due to the hypersonic boom, and that being a noise issue.
Yeah. I remember the noise issue being a thing. Obviously, it's going to be super expensive. I mean, it's harder to fly, definitely. Yeah, then there's like I think I think there's a Pepsi Concorde that they made, and they had to change the color because of overheating, so it had to be white.
Interesting. I
That
remember
was
when Pepsi, they like in the early '90s, they had Pepsi points, and their commercial said that like if you get 1 million Pepsi points, or like 10 million Pepsi points, you can buy a fucking Harrier jet.
everyone knows
And
this story.
yeah, someone did the fucking math, and it turned out to only be like $700,000, which is a steal of a deal, all things considered. So they
Yeah.
bought it, and then Pepsi was like, "Well, it was a joke. You should have known that." And they lost that lawsuit somehow.
Okay. This is actually like about a year ago, from August 16th, 2022. American Airlines orders 20 Boom supersonic passenger jets.
Really?
So they're supersonic, not hypersonic. Like, because hypersonic is over Mach 5. My mistake. All right. American Airlines has, or this is by space.com, I guess. Right. What? Super reliable websites. American Airlines has agreed to buy 20 Boom supersonic Overture passenger jets, which are expected to carry passengers at twice the speeds of conventional passenger aircraft. The world's largest airline. That's the world's largest airline. I'm surprised. American Airlines made a non-refundable deposit of an undisclosed amount of 20 Overture aircraft from Denver-based aerospace manufacturer Boom Supersonic. The Overture is designed to fly at speeds up to Mach 1.7 or around 1,227 miles per hour. Mach 1 represents the speed of sound. The jets are projected to range over 4,890 miles and could carry between 65 and 80 passengers from Paris to Montreal in just 3 hours, 45 minutes.
Pretty good. I mean, I'll never be able to fly one in my life, but you know what I
Well,
do want to fly in my life though?
what's that?
I've seen some airline companies, I think in fucking Turkey, they had this idea, an adults only aircraft. That's
The fuck?
pretty revolutionary.
I
It's pretty
guess, I
good.
mean, if you really don't want to hear that baby crying, but
Who the fuck does?
I just put in my noise canceling headphones that work pretty good.
Yeah, but like I have to spend $200 for an already like $18 billion plane ticket. Like really?
For a what?
An $18 billion plane ticket? You really want me to buy an extra $200 noise canceling earbuds?
Well, you should already have it.
I mean, I do, but like for the average fucking Joe, he scraped up the pennies working at the fucking liquor store, and he wants to go to visit Paris.
I guess no
You
matter
know
what, he should probably pick up a WH-1000 XM4 Sony headset.
Molly, have you ever been on a plane? I already know
have
the answer
not,
to
no.
this. Why am I asking?
She hasn't?
I have not.
That's crazy. That's actually kind of
I've
insane.
only ever been to one other state, and that was for basketball and volleyball. So I only went to the school we were playing against and then back into Minnesota.
You know, I want your first plane experience to be a static line jump. All right.
Why?
Would you jump out of a plane, Molly?
No.
Never.
Why not?
No. I would be too terrified.
I think what we need to do is we need to do some like impractical jokers type punishments. And Molly's tonight's big loser, and she has to jump out of a plane.
Hey.
She has to jump out of the OPP Zeppelin. All right.
Do I have a parachute?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you do. That's why a static line jump is called.
Well, I've never heard of it before, so how am I supposed to know?
I've done a static line jump 8 times. You've never heard of it.
I've done a static line jump. Well, I actually, you know, I have a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
All right.
You do have my crown pick.
My first, it's mine. I want my first jump to be a halo jump.
High altitude, low opening.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I think, what's the requirement for it to be a halo jump? Like over 50,000 feet?
I don't know the specific requirements.
I don't know. I mean, both of you guys were probably more comfortable going on that fucking Ferris wheel than I was, but
Damn,
I mean,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
it's one thing to say that, like, yeah, jumping out of a plane with a parachute sounds like it could be fun and I'd be willing to try it. And then, once you're driving to the fucking aircraft hangar and you're putting on the parachute.
You don't drive there, all right? If you're going to airborne school, you run there in a group. So
Why the fuck would I go to airborne school?
Huh?
Why the fuck would I go to airborne school?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if that was going to be your experience, driving to the hangar. I mean, obviously, but like if you're forced by the government to do it, you're going to less likely do it. But it's still in your mind to like, am I actually going to do this shit?
Yeah.
I think my experience was the best only because I knew if I didn't jump, there'd be legal action that would be taken against me. So I kind of had to jump.
What would they have done if you didn't?
So, I mean, it was just going to be like, so what they say is that if you're a jump refusal, you're going to get some sort of action against you at your losing or gaining unit. So I would have probably gone to like some sort of leg unit and then received some sort of article which stays on your military record for the rest of your military career. It probably wouldn't have been anything intense, but still, I mean, they still want to intensify things because you're wasting the Air Force and the military's time and money.
For that first jump, did they have like an instructor attached to you, or was it all solo?
It's a static line jump. You jump out all the same. It's just you.
How many drills did you have to do before you were jumping out of the plane?
It's a 3-week school, and the third week you're jumping out. So I mean,
like, what do they do to teach you, to prepare you mentally, emotionally, physically?
So that could be all right. This could be a whole thing by itself. But if you watch the Insider video, I'd have to rewatch it myself just to remember everything we did. But so like the first week you did like, practicing, donning the parachute and then, putting it on, helping the partner put it on, teaching each other how to properly put on a parachute. When it's your first week and it's like, this is unreal. This is where we're already like putting this shit on and, teaching ourselves how to put it on and shit. Yeah. And then, yeah, you'd go over a lot of how you jump out, your points of performance whilst jumping out. And then, emergency landings and stuff. So, every jump you do, you're going to re-go through how to jump out and everything. Mm-hmm. Because once you're out of the plane, you're on your own. that's all you.
It's you have the power to die or not, pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly. I mean, if you really so chose. I mean, that is important if you have a proper exit. Having a proper exit is pretty important because if you don't have
So
a right one, then it's on you because they put GoPros in the planes. They're like, did this guy jump out correctly? No. All right, well that's on him.
yeah. Um. So when the door opened, what were your first thoughts? What were you thinking? Do you remember at that time?
I, I remember every single jump at airborne school. I felt like, yeah, I'm not going to jump. I'm going to become a jump refusal. I'm going.
And then what made you stand up? Was it like,
You just
did you wait for another person to stand up first, or
no, you just follow the next guy out. They count. So what they do is they count, like they tell you, or what jumper you are. If they count past you, it doesn't matter. But if they count, for my first jump, I was the last jumper of my stick, which meant I was the
you're the
last.
last one?
Yeah, I was the last jumper
Ooh,
for that line of people. So it would have
okay.
been super easy for me to just say, yeah, no, I don't want to do it, and then I won't be disrupting anything. But I actually don't remember jumping out at all. It was
You
like
don't?
I jumped out and everything just went black, and then and then I just came back, into reality. The screen 5,000, 6,000, and then my parachute was deployed. I was looking up and everything was fine. Everything was peaceful. And I saw the plane that I
So,
jumped out of. And I'm like, is this real?
so your thoughts, like after the parachute was deployed, tell me what your mind was like.
It was at peace. I mean, it was like probably the most peaceful moment of my life, just because you're going from like a straight, like extreme adrenaline rush of something you've never done in your life before, to I'm gonna survive. Until I got like closer to the trees, because my first jump also happened to be a tree landing. But
Did you land nicely, or did you like land in the tree?
I landed the trees, but it was nicely. Like it kind of just bounced a little bit, and I was just like a foot off the ground.
That's not too bad.
It wasn't bad at all. And then nobody believes me when I tell them this, but they had me. Well, yeah, they caught me on my way out with a parachute for some reason because it's they baby you because it's a government school. They don't want to have any lawsuits against them. So even though I was a foot off the ground, I followed procedure and I just waited for the people to come, and then they caught me even though I was like a foot off the ground. I could have just like released and then just fell. It would have been fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, nobody believes me that yeah, they had me like pull it out of the tree and shit. But I don't know why people don't believe me, but whatever,
I that's just
whatever.
I'm guessing against policy for you to pull it out of the tree like that, but
Maybe I mean most people just don't fall into the tree. It was a very rare circumstance that happened.
yeah.
It's extremely rare for you to like have a tree landing, but that happened to be my first jump. So I mean, it's just probably like people just didn't think about that.
Yeah.
People
But
just think you want to be special.
no, they believe that I fell out into the tree because they heard like some guy fell into the tree or went into the trees. But no,
I
it
mean,
was they just didn't believe they had me like pull my parachute out and shit, and still had to do that. But whatever. Uh, yeah, no, it was to answer your question. It was just an ultimate calm. All right, just
makes
seeing the
sense. Yeah,
plane, like there's no way I was just inside of that.
I get that. I don't really have as exciting of like a first time really high experience. I mean, I was on a plane when I was like 5 or 6, but I don't really remember it a whole lot. Um,
Right.
no, first day at that construction job, like climbing up the first tower.
Yep.
You're inside for most of the climb, so most of it was just okay. I'm just trying not to look down below me, and shit's heavy. Climbing kind of sucks more than I thought it would. I'm out of shape, yada yada. And then once you finally get outside and you start to just realize, oh, I'm decently high up. You get that sweaty feeling in your bones, and just you start to feel like you're made of jello, but also
Yeah.
like your grip has never been stronger before.
Yeah. I mean, the more you're up higher, the more you start trusting yourself. Like, I'm not this
Yeah,
stupid. I'm not going to just let myself fall. But
I've noticed that with my current job, I mean, climbing the pole, the first couple of times it just felt sketch, and I mean, now I don't even follow the safety regulations. I don't wear my fucking safety harness.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's kind of the way it goes. I mean, but yeah, I mean, wait,
And I
you
suppose,
said you're climbing inside of something?
yeah, a grain tower
Oh,
in
you're in a
that
grain. What's that?
you know what, fuck it, in Winthrop,
Okay.
the the facility
Oh
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, my bad.
I think yeah, when I bought the Crown Vic, I think I pointed out to you the first climb, my first day.
You got a lucky one then. Mine was completely outside. Like I was exposed. And yeah, the first thing they said to me was, "You afraid of heights?" Like, no, of course not. And like,
Yeah,
of
from
course,
what
I
I
mean,
remember,
I'm deathly afraid of heights. I mean, I used to be.
yeah,
And
I
then
remember I got asked the same question, and I just said, not like deathly terrified, but I respect them.
yeah,
I understand where I'm at. I don't know. It's climbing like that was pretty exciting once you get more used to it. Um, it still felt nerve-wracking going up like a boom crane where you're just attached to the metal bucket. That always felt surreal, but
for sure.
there's not much
Yeah.
you can do to freak out. Like you're not gonna freak out in front of other people.
Yeah.
So internally, you're just like, okay, all right, sweet,
That's
all right.
see that's you that mindset stays, especially with like jumps. You know, what you're gonna be a grown man, you're gonna fucking freak out in front of a bunch of other dudes who are about to do the same thing about to do. Like,
I've only ever had one uncontrolled freak out in front of another person, and that was due to the influence of a substance. So I like to say I'm pretty good about like not having panic attacks or nervous breakdowns in front of a lot of people. But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
how about you, Molly? I know we climbed that one structure in our town. Did that make you feel any particular way, or
It hurt my arms, but no, I didn't really feel anything. Um, at one point when we were climbing down it, I did almost fall. I missed the um part that I was supposed to step on.
you missed a rung.
Thankfully, I didn't. What?
You missed a rung of a ladder.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what they were called. But um, yeah, I like started like going down a bit, but I was able to like grab onto the pole because I didn't like fully let go yet. Like my fingers were like barely touching it, but I was able to like grab it fast enough so I didn't fall.
that's good. I would have
Yeah,
felt like a shitty boyfriend if you died because
yeah.
of an activity I wanted us to do.
Would have felt a little shitty for all of us, you know.
Would you want to? Do you ever want to climb again? Is that something that would be exciting to you, or do you just like not really give a shit either way?
I don't give a shit. I mean, it's not like an activity I'd choose to do myself.
Is there like an adrenaline pumping activity that you think you would enjoy? Anything at all like that sounds dangerous but also sounds like it could be fun?
I don't think so.
The fuck. All right, you need to shoot a
The
gun.
closest
All
thing
right.
I can
I
the
want to get a gun.
closest thing I
Molly,
can think of is like a roller coaster, but like
eh,
that's not dangerous at all. That's just
kids can go on road.
No, you were
Kids
just
can go
talking.
on roller coasters.
Actually, you were just talking about being afraid of jumping out of an airplane. You wouldn't think that that would be adrenaline rush?
well that I would enjoy.
You'd enjoy.
Yeah, Molly would just have no fear when jumping out of a plane. She just this doesn't mean anything. It's just fucking
That's what
stupid.
it sounded like for when she was climbing up the tower. That like she just or whatever the fuck the structure it was.
Yeah,
Because I actually don't know. But
I didn't have any like I wasn't scared at all climbing up it.
didn't even have a little bit of like nervousness about it.
How high was the structure?
We got up to like 80, 120 feet off the ground on ladders and metal platforms.
You weren't like
So, like standard US.
maybe you trust life too much. You know what? If you're about to go up there and do some sketchy shit, then like I feel like your fear's prompted. All right. I don't know. I just used to like be afraid of like everything when I was younger. So
Yeah. There's a couple of dangerous activities that sound like fun to do. Rally driving. Uh, if I'd convert the Crown Vic to any kind of vehicle, I think a rally car would be kind of exciting. But
yeah.
I did a little bit of drifting with it just yesterday. Just nothing major, but just like turning onto a gravel road and saving myself from swinging out into the ditch. It gets the adrenaline going just a little bit. Feels good.
Right.
Otherwise, like other dangerous activities, climbing can be kind of fun. Um, I'd like to say I would be willing to jump out of a plane at some point.
Yeah, I've
I
heard.
don't know.
Supposedly, I've heard from other people, but from some people, skydiving is less sketchy than static line jump because you're higher up from the ground. But at the same time, static line jump, faster whether your chute is deploying or not.
Yeah.
So like the whole time you're skydiving, it's kind of fun, but you also just have that thing in the back of your head, like, I swear to God, if both chutes don't deploy, I'm fucked.
Yeah, you have a lot more free fall to it, which
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like both are. I don't know which one would be worse if you can't even say one. Free fall versus just like hanging in the sky with the parachute, because I would just be thinking while the parachute's deployed is just waiting for a gust of wind to start like spinning the parachute, or a fucking bird flies through it and now there's a hole.
Well, I mean, there's not going to be a hole. I mean, it's not that weak. It's silk, but it's not like weak. If a bird flies at it, it's just going to bounce off. All right. Even if somebody's like rucksack, all right, they fucking falls through the parachute, it's just going to fold. That's the only thing I'm worried about is the other people in the air. Not worried about anything else.
Yeah. Well, what about like, gust of wind? You start to spin while in the air and the parachute starts to get like the ropes just start twisting against each other.
Parachutes that we have, at least for the jumps I've done, I mean, that almost seems like an impossibility. There's how did I forget it? Thermals in the air. So like it's just pockets of wind that'll just take you from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened to me on my first jump. That's how I ended up in the trees. And I tried to slip into the thermal and then try and like get away from the trees, but it wouldn't let me. It just kept taking me to the trees.
So I can guess. Describe to me what a thermal is.
It's a pocket of air that's just like yeah, just it's like a pocket of wind that just takes you, elsewhere.
Is it like
Some
hot? Is that why they call it thermal? Because it's warm?
I mean, it could
Or
be a warm gust of air or just a difference in temperature into the air. That's all wind is. It's just difference in temperature. It's the only reason why wind exists. It's just different temperatures mixing.
well, I thought wind existed because like the wind is blowing. That's actually a good question. I never thought about like why wind exists.
Yeah, it's just different temperatures. That's why like if a cold front hits a warm front, that's where a tornado could, spawn or some shit.
Speaking of tornadoes, guess who we ran into at Target?
Oh yeah.
You don't even need to say his name. That's amazing. I ran into him in Walmart like a couple years ago.
We spoke to him for 2 minutes and it was a fucking doozy.
Yeah, what is he doing with his life now?
He's in a group home. Uh, he was at Target to buy an Xbox One S because he was having like suicidal thoughts a couple of days ago or some shit.
Oh my
Yep.
god, damn! All right.
He wasn't short. He wasn't like he wasn't a pebble anymore. It was weird.
Yeah.
You have facial hair now too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I recognize them. Or
Immediately.
that's how I saw him a couple.
Yeah. Without even like talking about the person, he mentioned Andrew and just how much he fucking hates him and wants to like beat the shit out of him. Just out of nowhere.
You know what? Man to man, I agree. All right.
Yeah.
With, I mean, he's a full, isn't he like a literal like pedophile or something? So like,
Yeah.
that's kind of
He
prompted.
dated someone that was 14 when he was 18.
Yeah, that's kind of fair. I would say.
The 14-year-old broke up with him, from what I recall. He was crying in the McDonald's break room, and he was
Jesus
just like,
fucking Christ.
what's the word?
He was so depressed after that.
He was catatonic. His mom had to come and get him.
He's what useless member of society. Literally breaks the law, cries about when their 14-year-old girl. That's just pure illegal. What the fuck?
I felt pretty good scamming him, like out of $80 for tabs of acid.
Good. We should fuck with him more. All right.
He also punched a hole in the wall at school because his girlfriend found out that he was trying to hook up with someone else.
Yeah, he's not the smartest person out there. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, you know? You know what they say?
Fucking Flathead is sharper than him. It just...
Actually, you know what? When we start up our OPP predator catching program, all right? He's going to be our first one on the list.
First target?
He's going to be our first target at Target.
Wait, so wouldn't it be OPP PCP?
Predator catching. Yeah, I like that. OPP PCP. OPP CP. And we
No,
do PCP while we do it.
No, OPP PCP.
Yeah, OPP PCP. I like that.
You should write this down somewhere.
It'll be a digital file, and I'll completely forget about this tomorrow, as I'm almost done with my vodka here. So,
Speaking of vodka, I'm gonna go take a piss real quick.
whoa, wait. No, that's
What?
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I've been holding it a piss for a while because I was gonna.
Well, we
do
can
the
leave
2-minute
Molly
break.
to like entertain the guests while we both go.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I mean,
I'm supposed to entertain him right now?
I don't know. Figure it out. You're a host.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
All right.
No dead air.
I am trying my best.
Dead
air.
All right, I'm sorry. But wait, what was that echo?
The dead air.
That was from car. All right, so I gotta wait then. I can't do anything because there's an echo on his end when I do something loud enough. Maybe you know what? That doesn't matter. My bad. All right, what were you gonna say? I feel like it completely disrupted
I don't
something.
remember. You scared me.
Great. All right. Well, did you want to just take a break right now and then?
Is this advertisement time?
It is. It was actually advertisement time like 4 minutes ago. Because I try to do a halfway point. We usually do like 2 hours. Hours are halfway point.
So advertisement? Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right. All right. It's time for the advertisements, and it's gonna be our 2-minute break. It's gonna be it's our advertisement time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to wait for, and I already chugged the rest of my vodka, so I'm out of alcohol, and we're halfway through our podcast. So I think it's time for a break. All right, I'll see you on the other side. Wow, Doesn't that sound like the way music is intended to be heard? Who is playing that, you might ask? Why, it was me, with my all-new car table. The turntable for when you're on the go. What's the point of owning vinyl if you can only listen to it at home? Bring that premium sound quality with you on the go. Hook it up through your vehicle's Bluetooth services. Place the record and place the stylus, and you're good to groove. This offer includes the car table, Spring Deluxe, which is a stabilizer for any bumps on the road. We thought of everything. Just place the Spring Deluxe in your dashboard with the sticky adhesive and leave it to sit for 8 hours for a permanent stick. Proceed to latch your car table on top, and you can officially rock the bumpy road. Contact your host for this limited time offer to receive the car table for $46.99. That's $46.99. Or take advantage of this limited time offer for the car table Spring Deluxe bundle for only $129.99. You have 10 minutes to take advantage of this generous offer, so act now if you'd like to listen to the most quality and epic way to play your music collection properly. Purchase of this product is a single-handed contract of you consenting of all defects that come when the product is received. You're also acknowledging that this product is a non-returnable item and will be sent back to sender if attempted to return, with no compensation. All sound quality determinations were made by a parked vehicle in clear condition.
Are you lonely? Well, I'm not, since I have so many mail-order brides ready to be shipped at a moment's notice. My warehouse is just filled to the brim with them, and they keep the place really clean. But we have too many, so for a limited time only, we're having a 2-for-1 special this St. Patty's season. You'll need the extra help to help clean up after your parties and guys' nights. We have so many brides that they're sleeping in my office. They won't stop staring at me. I think I might have done something terrible. Disclaimer, we are not responsible for feelings of paranoia, loss of life while sleeping, mysterious poisonings, or falling down a flight of stairs. If you feel threatened by your bride, we do not accept returns. Brides may take a while to warm up to you. Be patient with them. Otherwise, they might become violently unstable.
And now we return to our host. All right, we're back. We're live.
Hell yeah.
And we're ready to go.
Molly's still finishing up in the bathroom. Actually, this is a perfect time for when she gets out. I'm just gonna have her speak into the microphone here with me so we can see how both of our audios come in from one spot.
I guess, we could do that in our free time.
All right, fine then.
In a official opinion planner meeting, but
no, we can do it. We can do it live test for the audience to see how our audio sounds when
fine.
both of us are speaking.
Actually, that's fine. Might as well do it now. You know, nobody's fucking on here, so.
Excuse me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. You can go now.
Okay, so I stepped on something for nothing then?
Yes.
Was she further away when she said that second part?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, otherwise she came in pretty well, so I think it'll work.
Sweet. There was something I thought about during the break. Actually, before I get into my thing, what was the advertisement about?
So there was a... Oh, wait, why are you asking that?
I wasn't able to listen to it.
Were you able to listen to it last time?
I didn't hear it. No, I didn't leave our voice channel, so...
Okay.
Should I join your channel next time?
No, I do just me, just in case there's any, I do a different voice channel just in case your guys' audio comes through, and it's just supposed to be pure advertisement.
Okay.
And then you guys don't also have to worry about like any sounds that come through on your end.
It'd be kind of shitty if like the advertisement's going and I'm just like sneezing or coughing in the background.
Yeah, well, it gives you that time to be human. It's 2 minutes of human time. Eventually, I'd like it to be like 5 minutes or some shit, but we'll get there. But all right. Yeah, no, it was about. So I actually this starts from a talk that we had, and because there's lots of time, our government likes to waste money, so we're just sitting inside our company just waiting, to do something. Sometimes we'll just come up with interest or random conversations, and at the time I was just listening. I wasn't providing anything. It was an interesting conversation to listen to. It was like somebody was has a significant other that everyone was saying Yeah, they're literally Batman because they have like their walls are black. Like someone said they had a black toilet or some shit, and like everything they own is like black, and then everyone was calling him what's you know who who's the man behind Batman? You know,
Bruce.
yeah,
Well,
Bruce
actually, I
Wayne.
can't say
Bruce.
that. Hey, we can't say that, man. We don't want to fucking expose him.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Well, I already. I'm notorious for exposing our guests, so we're gonna have Bruce Wayne on here in a couple of minutes here, but yeah, we had. We're talking about him. So they're calling him. He's literally Batman, and he was asking if he had like a car turntable, and I took that as a car like record player, like turntable. No, and I just thought that was hilarious. So that's what the first ad came from, was just like a joke that came out of nowhere. And then the second one was just a recycle because I was running out of time, because I like to procrastinate on these advertisements for some reason. Even though I enjoy making them. Um, it was a recycled. What is it called? Your Carter's Cute Brides.
Carter's cute mail order brides.
Yeah, Carter's Cute Mail Order Brides, and it was the one that I haven't used yet.
Okay.
And it was actually based around. It was like uh, a St. Patrick's Day sale. So it was kind of weird to have it play like around now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, take it as you will. All right, that was designed for our last podcast. If you're interested to go back in time, they're still up on Opinion Planet's channel.
Um, Speaking of going back in time, um, I don't do much with my days aside from like fuck around, watch videos, or listen to music. And this is important, the music part. I was gonna ask each of you guys, um, do you have like a song that you really enjoy listening to, and you just go back to it constantly, even though you know you should probably listen to new music?
See, I like to listen to new music, like especially if it's indie music, and since I got my new car, it came free with Sirius XM for a couple months, so I've just been listening
Mhm.
to random indie soundtracks.
Interesting.
Um,
But like, is there a particular? I don't know if it doesn't have to be a favorite song
okay.
of yours, but a song that you like just love to go back to and just listen to for whatever reason.
The Walker is pretty good.
Who's that by?
Also, that's a good question. It's been so long that I've actually gone back to that song.
All right, it's not a good enough song then if you don't know who it's by off the top of your head.
All right, well, it's by Fits and the Tantrums. All right, but
All right, why do you like it?
I mean, I like the beat to it. Um, and I just been listening to it since fucking middle school, actually.
So like,
I mean, it has a good beat, and then it's just.
so what about the artist as a whole? Like, is there any other work by them that you enjoy, or is it just that one song?
There's some there's some others, but it's not notable enough for me to remember what they are, especially while intoxicated. But
Mhm. So why do
I
you go
mean,
back
there's
to
Out of My League isn't bad. There's a Hand Clap that's very tacky and like pop culture, but I mean it's not the
So
worst song ever.
what do you what do you really look for in a song? Are you looking for like the musicality, instruments, or do you really get into lyrics?
Mostly the instrumental part of it.
Okay.
Like, so there's songs that like has some really shitty lyrics, and then I'll just say fuck this, and I'll just listen to the instrumental part on YouTube.
Do you have any songs like that off the top of your head, do you know, or
Well, I mean, if you're listening to it in public, Closer.
I love singing that song. I fucking listened to that song while on Molly, and that song fucking, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a good ass song. I fucking love it. It's just that if you're listening to it in public, it's kind of fucking weird.
Well, I love
It's
singing that like when I'm on the bus and I'm just like
yeah.
in my earbuds are in. I wanna fuck you like an animal. I genuinely love that song. I fucking love it. It's good. Um, Molly, do you have like a particular song or artist that you just always find yourself going back to?
Artist is always going to be Taylor Swift.
Why do you like her music?
I it just it makes me feel emotion.
What kind
Like
of emotions?
I'm happy if like I have paper rings on, or I'm sad if I have Dear John on, or would've, could've, should've. Like, I don't know. I just like I get into the song and I like
What?
to sing along to it.
Mhm. Like what? I guess you just get into the whole song, like the lyrics and the music behind it as well, or
Um, m- some of them are more lyrics, some of them are more of like the beat,
um,
some it's both.
yeah. Is there like what one of your favorite songs regarding her lyrics that just speaks to you for whatever reason, like just emotional or it's well structured?
Um, uh, Mabel's trying to eat my earbuds. Sorry. Uh, Seven is probably one of my favorite.
Should we listen to it at some point?
What?
Should we all listen to it at some point?
If you want to. It's from her album Folklore. I don't know. I don't get the vibe that either of you would enjoy the song at all, but
What is it? What is it called?
Seven.
7?
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll enjoy it while I'm drunk. I mean, obviously I can't listen to it now, but
Jason, if you want a song to listen to while you're drunk, I have a song for you. It's called Black Sheep by Lil Darky.
God.
Hey, all right. I know we have no listeners, but Molly hears me play his music a fair amount. Um, Another, I wouldn't say SoundCloud rapper, just a rapper. A lot of the material he talks about, like race, one of his biggest things, bigger things, race is fake, and that it's fucking stupid why racism exists in the first place. You know, we're all just one human being type uh idea of thinking.
what's it called?
I'm explain what?
What's it called?
Black sheep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got that. And then I got 7 by Taylor Swift.
Um, I don't know. Darky's pretty interesting. A lot of his songs are shit, I'll say. His more high octane, aggressive energy songs, I just don't really care about the beat or whatever the fuck he's saying. A lot of it's like edgy lyrics
Yeah.
without anything too crazy to like really enjoy. But a lot of his more mellow shit, he has a pretty good voice when it's just him and an acoustic guitar and a simple beat. Um, I don't know. There's some songs with some interesting lyrics by him, but I don't want to just talk about lyrics all the time because I could do that for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been meaning to ask you, are you more of a lyrics guy or are you more of an instrumental?
Um, it's a really good question. I try and be more lyric focused, but a lot of the artists I listen to, my favorite artist for the past good couple of years has been Suicide Boys. Um, a lot of their
Okay.
songs beats are fucking immaculate and they're really easy to get into, and the short style music that they produce, it's memorable to me. But a lot of their lyrics as well, they can be hard to understand just because it's a lot of words at once and it's not coherent, very coherent, I should say. But they're fun to sing to, and trying to look at like the deeper meanings or just what they're trying to actually say. I think they do a pretty good job of packing meaning into lyrics while sounding decent lyrically and musically. I don't know how I'd describe their sound musically. They have a decent range. Um, I don't know. If you asked me how to describe how they sound, I couldn't give you a word.
I mean, they have a song literally called "Kill Yourself," so I
Yeah,
mean,
they have four. They have four songs called "Kill Yourself,"
Jesus Christ. All right, well,
but it's I wouldn't say they glamorize suicide, or they're just telling you to kill yourself straight up. A lot of it's more just like depressive talk, talking about suicidal thoughts. They also do talk a lot about stereotypical rapper shit, hoes, bitches, getting money, suck my dick, things like that.
yeah,
So they're not, fucking Nietzsche over here, but they're decent, I like to say. Otherwise, I mean, I just enjoyed a lot of Metallica stuff for majority of my life just because it sounds groovy, metal riffs. They just hit a spot in my brain sometimes, and they're very fun to sing along to.
yeah.
The lyrics themselves, yeah, they're okay, whatever. Just the act of singing, I don't know, it can be a bit calming. Right situation, at least, but
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm only mentioning this just because I'm taking a particular substance tomorrow, and I've been trying to think of like good songs to listen to. Because music is something that is really elevated by any substance, drunk, high,
Actually,
tripping.
I got some good songs. Once I find them, I'll let you know. But I got a good artist for you to listen to.
All right, I'll check them out tomorrow.
Especially, I mean, I want to listen to it while I'm high. It would be interesting. It's already interesting while you're drunk, but
Well, music when you're high, like I'd say the first year, 2 years of smoking, those are your golden years.
yeah,
Almost every fucking time, it's a pretty wild experience. It really, once you learn to enjoy it, or can find a way to enjoy it, it starts to be really fun. But then, like I said, after a year or two of doing it, you build like a mental tolerance that you just can't undo, where it doesn't hit the same anymore. At least
that's
me
fair.
personally.
What if it's like intentionally like weird songs?
Um, Weird as in like obscure, kind of like the fucking. There's this one track that goes on for like 5 hours, and it's supposed to represent this Alzheimer's patient.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
We talking weird like that, or
kinda. I mean, except they're like shorter tracks.
okay, like songs like that? I'd almost say they're more an art piece than an actual music song, where it's. I mean, yes, it's technically music, but completely removed from any traditional structure of music.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I really should be a music snob. I think I'd be pretty good at it.
I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, I'll go to college to be an audio engineer and just be the next fucking Anthony Fantano.
Hey, I mean, if you're interested in that, why not? We'll go to college. We'll go to the college together.
Yeah, I'll go to my community college.
All right. So this is the album that I was talking about. It's like, it's interesting. You know, I'll put it in the opinions for everyone to look at. It's stupid. All right, but I think it would be interesting if you're like under a substance.
Yeah. How long is it? I will. I mean, all right, 20 minutes. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if this is like some fucking long-term troll and they get like 5 minutes into the song and it's just nightmare, 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 nightmare.
no, no. I mean,
It's pretty funny.
it's all right. It's not that bad.
Molly, that would not be funny. That would not be very cash money of anyone.
You should do that. You should shake him while he's under the influence. Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
You do that, I will break up with you for.
For 3
Would you
hours.
actually?
What was that, Molly?
Would you actually?
I would heavily consider it. Yes.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? Next time, like, you're crying and something like really emotional, a fucking family member has died, and you're just at like a really intense point,
Vulnerable.
I'll just start to fuck with you. Just be like, haha, got your nose, you fucking dumbass, and just start to like tickle you or spray you with a water bottle. Just get over it. That's the equivalent, at least in my mind.
I wouldn't break up with you for that.
Why the fucking wouldn't you?
I'd be mad at you.
So one thing I've noticed while under psychedelic influence is it's how to fucking word it. I don't know. You kind of your brain is a lot more adolescent. You get a lot more childlike in terms of like just your thinking capabilities as well as like your emotional capabilities as well, I'd say. Even you don't have the ability to like in the moment separate the fact that yeah, they're doing it to fuck with me and it's funny for them and it sucks for me, but I still love them. You can only like have one, not only, but it's like there's only one predominant emotion or thought crossing your mind. If someone's fucking with you, they're evil or a fucking disgusting person. It's I don't know. I can't describe it very well. So that's why like you guys should take like 10 tabs of acid. Jason, would that be something you would ever do? Hello?
Jason?
I thought both of you guys just went silent. All right. Well, our host is gone for the moment. One of our hosts is gone for the moment, I should say.
My cat is eating things that they shouldn't.
Your cat.
Our cat, sorry.
Are you happy to be a cat person now?
Yes. I love
What do
our
you,
cat.
what do you enjoy about owning cats?
They're so cute. I love it when they cuddle me.
Did you always think you'd be more of a dog person?
Yeah, I've always been more of a dog person.
Why do you think, where'd you get being a dog person from?
Because a lot of, well, my mom and grandma both strongly dislike cats. My mom is also very allergic to cats. So dogs always were the better animal in the family. I had a cat stab my like scalp one night when I was at a sleepover at a friend's house and it hurt like really fucking badly. And like I actually was like bleeding from it. Um, I think it got infected too, actually. But
Good.
so I kind of just disliked cats.
That's fair. I always enjoyed cats more just because they're less obnoxious and I don't get annoyed by cats as much. So many fucking dogs that just don't shut the fuck up. It's like a screaming baby. Except this baby, if you're a half decent owner, you can like control and train them to not be an annoying little shit. But most people don't fucking do that. Just, I don't know, he just, he won't bite, but he's gonna bark at you. And it's like, ah, tee.
Um, you mentioning the like screaming baby for dots. When I was shopping today with my mom and grandma, um, we were in the mall and there was this kid yelling, just screaming, like so fucking loudly that it gave me such a headache, and that headache made me feel super nauseous. It was it was not fun. Everyone was just like watching these parents and their child too. Like everyone was just kind of like walking really slowly and just staring at them.
Hmm. That's why I am a big fan of the idea of an adults only aircraft because holy shit, just discipline your kid. I don't. There should be no reason why your kid is screaming and throwing a fucking tantrum.
Depends on how young they are, right? I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes, even if you are a competent parent.
I feel like at least when you're like young enough, like screaming and crying is how you get like
Right.
what you want across. Like I'm hungry, I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, because they don't know any other way to communicate.
Yeah.
I'd say if you're older than 3 years old, that would be unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, yeah, I can. There's a way to not be an annoying ass child about it.
Yeah.
I know there was one of the customers' houses I went into. The mom mentioned like, yeah, if you guys behave, I'll give you freezy pops. And then one child did something, and she's like, all right, well now neither of you are getting freezy pops, and the kid just went fucking off. Just
What does that mean? Getting free Z pops? What are they gonna have to pay for it?
well, like she's just gonna give them to them.
Order Z pops.
Freezy pops.
Freezy pops? So just
Yeah.
freezies?
Yeah.
Freezies, yeah. Whatever. I have interesting names for shit in my head.
No, that's fine. It's just like pop and soda, you know? I can accept it. I can accept that you call it something else.
I can't accept pop. Either way. Yeah, no, I think there's those kids were like 5 and up.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if your kid throws a bit of a tantrum because they're not getting their freezy, you don't need to take the fucking belt and whip them across the face for it. That's definitely overkill.
Yeah.
But I think it's better than just, well, yeah, go and fucking cry about it.
So you'd rather them like take the whip and start beating them on the
Between
plane?
the two, no. The belt is the worst option,
Yeah.
even if in the long term abuse can possibly make a more disciplined child.
It makes them
I
perfect for
refuse.
the military.
Yeah, I don't want that for my kid. I mean, I wasn't like abused as a kid, but typical Gen X parenting. Like, yeah, if I was a kid and I did a dumb fucking thing, I got spanked. I got slapped for doing dumb kid things.
Yeah. Well, I got beat whatever was in their hand, and it wasn't really dependent on if I was doing anything wrong. It was just dependent on if they were angry enough.
Jason,
What's that?
it's not your fault.
Enough. No, I got like they broke a spoon on. She broke a spoon on me once because my brother made the rice wrong.
Next time I see your brother, or I can speak to him, I'm just gonna ask him, why the fuck did you make the rice wrong?
You'll probably get it too because I always bring it up to my mom. I always bring it up. I think that's good. If you were like treated like shit while you're a kid, you should hold them to that and make them feel like shit for it. All right.
Yeah. Especially later on in life. Oh, you fucked up this one thing? Why didn't I fucking beat you for it, you dumbass?
I'm like Woody from Toy Story 1. You know, when he turns his head around? Like, I can see everything. All right. That's me. I remember everything. You think You think that one little thing, I wouldn't remember when I'm older? I'll hold you to it in due time.
This is making me think. There was just a uh, family YouTube channel. The mom just got arrested for
I,
abuse and
I heard about
neglect.
that. I was actually listening to that while I was
Yeah.
finishing your profile picture because I can't just sit there and work on it. I have to listen to things because I'm a toddler. That's kind of
I
fucked up. I mean, I'm glad she's in
yeah.
jail, but I think the father also knew it was going on, but he's not getting
I
anything against him because there's no way that shit was going on and he didn't know about it.
I heard that they've been separated for a while and that the oldest son they had is living with him. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Okay.
I'm
Well, yeah.
I don't really know anything about the situation other than the fact that like the youngest son escaped through a window with duct tape around their ankles and wrists.
I heard about that too, yeah. Is that what we're
Yeah.
gonna do now? We should be a YouTube reaction channel. Like H3H3. Alright, we're the new H3H3.
No. We're a pretty mid-tier podcast, and we are still more entertaining than him. And I've never watched any of his shit, but I just know.
Well, I
can
used to
carry.
watch him. I used to like him. I thought he made some pretty good content.
I'm sure he used to. I'm sure he used to.
He doesn't anymore for sure, but like, look, all right, I'm gonna become a commentary channel eventually. I'll get there. I still have to get a webcam, but
You need to get CS:GO as well.
I did. I actually practiced on the CS:GO wall sliding or whatever that was back in college, just for because I was preparing for the backlash that one person was gonna give me. Remember what I'm talking about?
No.
Furry Olivia.
What? Yeah. What
Yeah,
were they gonna give you backlash
they
for?
said they were gonna do some sort of Keemstar Leafy is here thing, and then we're gonna make
Oh.
like some fake drama. And it would have been great. I was excited for it. And then I asked him like, "All right, when are you gonna make that video?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not gonna do it anymore."
Sad.
It was it. We could have hit it off way sooner, but I guess fate decided not. Which
Do you
reminds
think
me, I need to update these profile pictures up on the podcast here because you're still Monica from Doki Doki.
that's unacceptable? I am no longer associated
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
that.
you haven't even changed. You haven't even updated your profile picture that you specifically requested to be in a scientist fucking gown, right?
Oh, the scientist one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. I can update that.
See, I gotta fix that still.
Do you think fate is on your guys' side?
No.
With anything in particular or just in general?
Overall.
I don't think so.
Why not?
There's no reason behind it. I just don't think so.
So you're a pessimist.
Depends on what kind
Yeah.
of fate we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you ever have like a realization when you're just outside, like, oh shit, I'm alive. I gotta experience this world for however long it is. Does that ever just like make you really happy or no?
I
doesn't
never
make
think about that.
doesn't make me happy unless I'm like surrounded in nature. If I'm in like just like a concrete fucking jungle and then there's just cars around, there's annoying ass people.
Well, yeah, I never have that realization in like walking on Main Street, but like if I'm
Yeah.
in a even in a alley where there's just like some trees and a gravel road, just hooking up some coax cables. It's like, okay, I'm just sitting here. It's pretty nice outside.
See,
I
yeah,
kinda
I mean that's what I always do that. That's why I don't think I need to experience like I don't need like drugs or alcohol to like experience life like that. Or like till I really like enjoy my surroundings because I don't know. I'll see something and I'll just enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't need them. It'll just amplify or change it in a different way for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoy nature.
Yeah. Molly, do you enjoy nature?
Not a whole lot. I don't know.
Molly, can you solve a CAPTCHA for me?
What?
Can you solve a CAPTCHA?
What is that?
You fucking
Alright.
robot.
A CAPTCHA is like click on all the photos with bikes in it.
Yeah, like those things where like click all the stoplights. You gotta like
Yeah.
that's what a CAPTCHA is. It's to detect robots, which that you are.
Clearly, I am.
Can't
A
enjoy
very-
nature. What the fuck? The actual fuck is wrong with you?
I-
It's like inherent. Like, what do you enjoy besides Taylor Swift?
My cat.
That's reasonable. What's something that you don't own and or interact with on the daily that you enjoy?
Um. I don't enjoy many things.
Are you a happy person?
I used to think so.
You should drink like I do, because I used to
might
think
help.
so.
I'm good.
It might help.
I used to think so. Well, you know what? When I drink, I'm a happy person.
See, I don't want to be like that.
Why?
But if you're happy, then like it's good.
Because it's
Yeah,
a false happiness.
it's not false because you're actually happy. You're just changing the
It's-
chemical balance inside your brain.
But you need something else in your system to be able to reach that
Would you
happiness.
rather
That's not true.
be unhappy or need an additive to make you happy? I don't know. Like if there was a pill, all right, it's not drunk or any drug or anything, but like if you took it, it would just make you baseline happier. You'd take it, right?
Possibly.
There's no downsides to this pill. It just makes you happy.
Sure, why not?
Marijuana. 2026. Shit. All right. She's gonna have another edible ate shit moment like I did in 2026. All right.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd do something like what someone in my friend group may have done, where they took an edible and then like it didn't hit them in like the first hour or so, so they said, "Fuck it, let me take another one."
Would I be like that?
Yeah.
No.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Look, look. All right, I was hungry before the edible, and then after like the first. Look, all right, you know what? If you see the Friendsgiving video, you'll see how much of a fat ass I was, and see why I was hungry. All right.
You weren't
Fuck.
even fat. Shut the fuck up.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that cringes at it because it's myself. And
Yeah.
I have a lot of self-hating issues. But that is work in progress still. Thanksgiving, expect a fun video uploaded in Nocam.
I like how you're advertising it, but it's still months away.
It's months away. Yeah. I mean, I'll advertise it once it's closer, but it's just a fair warning to the 0 viewers. That didn't help at all, did it? Useless.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Jason, do you want happy pills?
yeah. I mean, I'm taking happy drinks right now, so I mean, I think I'm good.
You can mix the happy pills with the happy drinks.
I'd rather not. I don't even like to like smoke cigars while drinking at the same time.
What?
It's weird. I mean, I've done it before. I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever, but like I just mix two highs together. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, to be fair, I don't know if I could actually do the same anymore. I used to thoroughly enjoy drinking and getting high, but that's medically a bad decision to make, but who the fuck
I
cares?
think both are medically a bad decision, but doing it together, yeah, it's
Well, the only reason why it's like an issue is smoking can suppress your gag reflex, and if you're drinking a lot, like your body might need to throw up so it doesn't fucking die of alcohol poisoning.
mm-hmm.
But if you're like already drinking a fair amount regularly and you have a tolerance and you don't like, as long as you balance it out, all right? For every 3 shots that you take, you gotta at least take a hit.
That could be interesting.
Doesn't sound like a good idea.
I had fun with it.
2026.
Some of like my fond memories from a couple of years ago when I was partying. I don't know. It feels weird to associate myself with ever saying partying, but partying, it made it pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
You feel like just kind of gone mentally. You don't think. I don't know.
Just don't think.
Look, at the time, um, looking back on it, substances were primarily used just because it. I didn't think. I don't know. It was a good way to just be head empty and enjoy it. Just enjoy the physical body that I have without any of the emotional shit that I'd be thinking of.
See,
I don't
that's
know.
why I
That's
enjoy drinking so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like how addicts are made. I don't have a problem. It's just, you know, I need a way to deal with it.
Exactly. And it used to be like running used to be able to just cover that for me, but runner's high only gets you so far. But drinking, you don't have to do anything, but just sit there and drink. And
It's
then
pretty good.
yeah, and then you're happy. Well, I mean, not it doesn't always necessarily have to be happy. It's just that you're numb to those previous feelings that you were having. Which is why I do the podcast, and which is why I need to use the restroom again, so you guys enjoy the podcast between you two.
We will try.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
God, I'm so glad he's finally gone.
Me fucking too.
What
he just
the
doesn't.
fuck?
Fuck oh, shit.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, but like for real, thank fucking God. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah. Has there been anything that's just been on your mind lately?
My brain's empty almost all the time.
Why?
I don't know. It's easier to get through the days.
It is. I catch myself at work just like realizing that I'm not really thinking during the majority of this day. I mean, I'm thinking about how to solve work related problems, but like actual personal thinking, I don't do enough of. I'm just kind of brain dead for a lot of the day, and then I feel like that carries over into when I get home. I wonder if a lot of people have that where they just are stuck in going for long periods of time with not really thinking internally, like having a strong internal dialogue. I've noticed I don't speak in my head as much anymore. I'm just kind of existing. It's nice, but also, I don't know, introspection can be fun and valuable, useful as well, depending.
See, I feel like a lot of random thoughts run through my head. Like nothing like of any importance or anything. I just random shit is just like, oh, that thing. Oh, this. Yada yada. What would happen if I just like ran away, just disappeared off the face of the earth? Like just things like that. Just randomly pop into my head a lot.
Do you ever like vividly think through those scenarios? Like, do you have an action plan about like if you just want to completely fresh start your life?
No. I never give it like any thought beyond just like, whoa. Just like saying the question in my head. Like I'll never actually like think of an answer or anything.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What is your
know.
answer?
Move to the East Coast. Maybe Pennsylvania. Or maybe the East Coast. I don't know. Something. Maybe the West Coast. I don't know. I've thought about it. I'm young. I mean, I could get a job anywhere. I've had enough like general experience. Not gonna bullshit resumes if I want to. Yeah, I could pull it off. I don't know. I got family that I think maybe remotely cares about me in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's a little difficult to do. But I mean, if you have little to no people that you're attached to, I feel like it'd be much easier to just fucking move wherever.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if I didn't have a girlfriend, I would strongly consider just fuck it. Let me just work, save up, and just move and just be done. I have nothing to tie me down. I have friends still, but at this point, I'm becoming a lot more of an antisocial person.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm still grateful for the people I know, but it's really easy to get into the thought process of, well, they don't really give a shit, or they have other better friends or people that like they prefer to hang out with. So I'm just kind of like the afterthought. So, fuck it, I can just leave.
See, I felt that way in college. All right, or like even now, I could see that. I could feel I have thought those things. Just there's better people that they can interact with, so I might as well just not even just might as well just I I could leave and then there won't really be a lot of a repercussion for them. And then I just be continuing to live the same life that I was before. If not more lonely, but I mean still.
Yeah. I think if I were to try and move to a state to just try and make it work for whatever reason, I'd like to go to. I think Maine would be interesting. I think I could actually make it work.
Yeah. All right. This is actually a can of worms. I actually completely forgot about, but there's the guy we were fucking with that one time,
Mm-hmm.
and we still have him on Snapchat, but he barely takes the bait anymore. But you know what guy I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the guy I went to school with. school through this military program. He read Almost Maine for some reason while while I was there, and he was cringe. So like he'd read that, and then he was just obsessed with the idea of maybe I'll take leave and I'll go to Maine instead of going home to my family, even though he has like people who clearly like care about him. So just because of the book he read, he's he's gonna go to Maine.
You read the book or the play?
Well, he read the play that was like it was like some shitty author that put the book into a or put the play into the book
Mm-hmm.
or into like a book format. And I tried reading it and I just got bored. But maybe that was just me. But
I have that book because we did the play in high school.
you
So
have
I
the
was like,
actual
oh,
you have the play or like the book that was put into a play, or the play that was put into a book.
I have both of them.
Oh,
I
okay.
have the actual like script from
All right. Did you actually
what we
read the
did
book
during the
like
play.
fully through?
I haven't. No,
See.
I just have it because I was like, oh, that's cool.
I
And
actually
then I just
own. Yeah. What were you saying?
yeah, I just never pick it up to read. There's other books I'd rather read than that.
Right. I mean, that was just kind of my thing. I mean, if it was a script, maybe I would have read it through. Would have been interesting to just visualize that. I actually own an Our Town book now. It's hardcover and it includes another book here. Yeah, so it's a nice hardcover book. It includes Our Town and The Skin of Our Foreteeth by Thornton Wilder, both by Thornton Wilder. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But this is actually alluding to our other project, which is the Our Town project. I don't know why we're not working on it still, but I have the script now. I have the script in hardcover.
It's hard to do a play with only 3 people.
We'll do it. We just have to
We'll figure it out.
we have to organize the meeting with the other people. I don't know why they wouldn't want to do it. They don't have anything interesting going on in their lives.
And they're
I don't
perfectly fine with
think
that.
they want to interact with you,
Me in particular?
the both of you together.
Yeah, they're kind of retarded. They still think that we're exactly the same from high school, and when we would be talking to them, we would be, but
Yeah.
it's not the point.
Okay, well. Be back in a minute. Good morning,
Oh,
Mother
wow.
Webb.
What?
This is where Mrs. Webb says, "Goodness, you frightened me. Now George can come in and come in a minute out of the wet." You know what? This would actually be interesting if I was drunk. We we did Our Town while drunk. That'd be good.
Live.
Live while drunk. That'd be good. But you know what? I think everyone raises a good point. All right, I think we should wait until we garnered like a good, like a decent audience, at least like 20 people that'll like consistently just sit down and watch
Yeah,
drunk people enjoy Our Town.
I'd be willing to do the play if I was inebriated for all of it.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty exciting.
That would actually be good. If we could rent a place, do it in person, do it like physically live.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
I'd actually enjoy that. Yeah. Between each act, we just drink.
We drink on the stage.
Yeah, we have like a mug of fucking like some German beer or some shit.
Molly, what drink would you be drinking?
Lemon water.
All right.
It'd be some. It would be some sweet wine. Yeah, it has to be alcohol. It's alcohol our town. Alright.
Fine. Something fruity. I don't know.
Yeah, so wine.
I don't know alcohol. I've sipped wine and I like wanted to spit it out.
Or what kind of wine was it?
I don't know if it was the kind you had brought that one time, or did
I
you
think
bring
it was-
wine?
All right,
I don't know what
if I brought any wine, it would have been dry, because it was like Merlot or like.
I think I tried jungle juice.
Yeah, that sounds right.
The fuck! I didn't even get to try jungle juice, or at least the kind you guys brought. I got to try real jungle juice from like a cooler that you just scooped up with a cup. It's good. I drank that before my first motorcycle ride.
That's. I'm sorry.
I actually love the silence that came after that.
Should we just call it here?
Really?
Are we having fun conversations?
I guess. I mean, are you drunk? Yeah.
Yes, I'm drunk.
You're not inebriated at all.
Sadly, no.
You did ask if we were done exactly 2 hours into the podcast, so I don't know. I mean, we're five in. We only had one guest that was interesting to talk to through the live chat. It's upsetting.
We just gotta stay on the grind, on the hustle. 2 more subscribers, and then we can go live on YouTube. Or YouTube mobile.
Yeah. Subscribe to Nocam, all right? So we can so we can do Opinion Planet podcast on there.
I already am subscribed though.
Subscribe to Nocam.
I just saw the photo you have.
What photo I have?
The world is ending. Food delivery workers.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. You know, every podcast has an interesting photo. So, I mean, if you guys are interested in checking that out, check out our podcast maybe, possibly.
You know, something I just realized I could do. I'm laying on the floor of my apartment room now with the microphone just like right up to my, well, not right up to my mouth, but close by.
Yeah.
It makes for a more exciting podcast when you can just like be sprawled out in stupid positions.
I can agree with that.
Or are you just like laying on the floor as well?
I have a standing desk. So every podcast that I've done, I've stood at the microphone.
That sounds a lot nicer because my back fucking hurts from sitting in this goddamn chair.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with this chair that the government provided, and I can't get rid of it because it's like, well, if you don't have it in your room, then you don't have it. So I can't like put it in like a closet or anything. It's
Really?
taking up.
Put it under your bed.
Put it under my bed.
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm actually curious. If I could take it apart, I would put it under my bed. Yeah, because I mean, I plan on getting another chair, but I don't know. You know, it's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
It's just that the fucking arms are like destroyed. So I have no idea why, but that would provide. That's why I want the kind of or what is it called? The Eric Andre show. So I want the Eric Andre podcast. All right.
We need to have a shitty prop department so we can just like destroy a fuck ton of desks.
Yeah, it's like the fake phone the fake phone prank. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of fake phones, I'm gonna go ahead and use the bathroom again because I'm staying hydrated like a good person.
Damn, any normal person would think that you're an alcoholic, like me.
No.
So on a day off, what do you do for fun?
Scroll through TikTok, crochet. I like to wander stores.
Is that actually fun, or is that more of like an activity that like it's kind of like I get nothing else to do. Mostly just wander the store.
Enjoy it. I don't know. I find it fun looking at items.
Is it mostly fun to engage in consumerism when you're with someone or just by yourself?
I feel like it's more enjoyable when I'm by myself.
Why is that?
Because then I don't feel like I'm annoying someone for taking so long looking at a certain section in a store. Just, I don't know.
But if you're with someone, like with someone you know, like a friend or something, that's what I mean.
I mean, it's enjoyable in the way that it would be more like stupid kind of fun. But if I actually want to like look at anything, I'd feel like, oh, I'm with someone. I shouldn't be taking my time to look at things.
You just feel like you'd be wasting their time, or
I feel like they'd just be like bored. I don't know. I guess, yeah, wasting their time.
not hanging out with the right people then. I can see what you mean. Yeah, because everyone wants to go to the store. They're interested in different things. They want to look at different things.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
like,
I mean, there's people who want to look at the same things as you do. So you just got to find the right people. But
yeah, that's fair. I mean, when we'd all wander around the stores when we'd hang out in 2018,
yeah.
we'd always like look at the card games and stuff, but like that was the one thing we all like would enjoy looking at together.
Yeah, because I mean, it would be
For the
something
most
that we'd
part.
all end up doing together anyway. So
Yeah. Because like if I wandered into like the clothing section of the store, you guys wouldn't have wanted to like just hang around me during that.
mainly because I mean, I would say we wouldn't really see the appeal to it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Is there something you would say that like would make someone what would be something that you think would make someone interested or intrigued to the idea of looking at clothing?
I don't think there's anything. Because either you would be like, yeah, I'll look at clothing, or you're just like, no, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to like entice
Well, what do you
someone
look for
into.
when you look at it?
I just look at it. There's nothing. I'll just be like, ooh, that looks nice. Ooh.
What
Frat
do you
shirt.
find nice though? Like what entices you?
The style, color, material.
What kind of styles do you like?
Um, anything you can find at Target, pretty much. No, I don't. I don't know how to categorize.
What kind of material do you look at then? What kind of
I like
material is a
fuzzy
good
things.
material to you?
Fuzzy,
Fuzzy?
fuzzy, yes.
On anything or just
No, not on anything.
Alright,
If I see something fuzzy, though, I will go to it.
what can be fuzzy?
A sweater, shorts, hat.
No anything?
Yeah.
Will you buy it though, or is there like a particular thing that entices you to the fuzziness?
Um, I like to touch the fuzzy thing.
Okay, so
I might buy it.
just say you touch the fuzzy thing.
I touch the fuzzy thing.
You own anything fuzzy?
I do own fuzzy things, yes.
Okay, so it's not just the touch. So what entices you to the fuzzy thing? What kind of fuzzies do you like?
If it's in a cute color, if it's
What
gonna be,
defines a cute color?
if it's like purple or pink, no. If it's just in a color that I like and it's fuzzy, there's a good chance that I would purchase it.
What colors do you like?
Um, purple, yellow, pink, lighter blues,
Okay.
brown.
So would you ever like entertain the idea of being in the fabric industry, or is that
No,
you're just more of a consumer than a?
I'm a consumer. Yes.
All right. Well, what about what about anything else? What inspires you?
What inspires me?
Yeah, what gets you up in the morning?
Um, the fact that I need to get up.
Why do you
So
need to get
you're
up?
saying you have no reason to live?
I'm not saying that. I need to get up to go to work, to pet my cat, to spend time with my boyfriend. I need to get up so I can actually be alive.
What do you mean by actually being alive?
I just find it when you're just like sleeping in bed or just like you stay in bed all day, you're just slowly dying, decay. No. If you don't get up, you can't do anything. And if you're doing nothing, then you're breathing. That's the only thing that's making you living.
you're alive, but you're not living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, holy fuck. I need to stop drinking. Oh my god. Yeah, I took a day off from drinking. Oh my god. Dude. If I take another sip, I'm probably gonna die. I'm probably just start throwing up. Like everything that I've consumed with the last like 72 hours.
You should probably stop then.
I should. The whole room is spinning.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
this this is my weekend, all right?
That sounds kind of depressing.
Yeah. Well, like I got no one around me. So
Go on a run.
Going to what?
Go on a run.
Right now? Fuck that. I need to go. You know what? Yeah, I'll run tomorrow. I was gonna do it tonight, but all right. So-called free thinkers when the doctor hits their knee. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually,
That's a really good point.
that's pretty existential. Actually, I mean, I think everyone thinks the same in a way. It's all biological. So you're on a podcast, you'd understand. Or if you were on the Discord, you'd understand. Fuck. Doctors hits your knee with the little like rubber handle thing, you know. Free thinker, no matter what, it's a reflex. It reminds me of that picture that I have that like someone is thinking like I'm kind of like what you were talking about earlier, like I'm an autonomous being, like this is interesting. I'm experiencing life itself right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one guy thinking it, but also everyone else in the subway is thinking the same thing. It's like, imagine that guy, he's going to work. I'm the only free thinker on the subway, but everyone's thinking the same thing.
That's why you gotta say, you gotta scream that you're the only free thinker.
Exactly. I mean, actually, that would make you different. Yeah. Everyone's too embarrassed to expose themselves to people who are going to completely forget about them in like 2 years. Like, do you remember like an interaction you've had with someone that you don't know 2 years ago?
A couple of random customers at McDonald's. I remember some of the interactions, like mainly the upset customers, threatening to call the cops on one guy because he was pissed that he couldn't order breakfast anymore and he was going to hold up my drive-thru. So I told him, okay, stay there. The police will come and get you.
What did he do?
He pulled up and he got
good.
some fucking cheeseburger instead. So
I think some more. I think people should be more like you, or at least just call them out on that shit.
fuck, 2 years ago, 2021. I remember some of my coworkers at Dunn Brothers, how annoying that job could be at times. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot of exciting stuff. It feels weird that, like, this is where I'm at. My life has led me to here. I don't know.
See, that's what I was saying the other day. I mean, while we're playing Battlefield 1, still one of the best games out there, right?
It is. I can agree.
uh, uh, Yeah, I mean, I can't. It's hard to connect the rest of my life with what happened. The 2020 after 2020 is just it's different. I can't connect my life to the rest of my life. I don't know why. It just feels different.
Molly,
Yes.
are you surprised that this is where you're at this particular moment?
Um. Yes. I don't.
Really? I mean, you talked about like while you're in high school, you're talking about like being a cosmetologist, go to a university in California.
Well, a makeup school, but I mean, I would have liked to at the time when I like mentioned all that stuff. Yeah, that was what I wanted to do with my life.
What are you gonna do with your life now?
Still trying to figure that out.
I think that should be a message to all of us. All right, who's trying to figure out their life? No matter what stage you are, you're still trying to figure it out.
I mean, yeah, most people don't really know what they're doing until they're like 50.
Yeah. I told myself that I was going to kill myself if I didn't make it to what I planned to make it to. And I didn't make it there, but I didn't kill myself, so there's that.
And keep on living,
Yeah, keep on
and
chugging
eventually we'll
along, you know. You'll make it. You'll make it where you want to be someday.
assumably, yeah.
Yeah. Which brings back to the thought earlier. You remember the question earlier. I guess we'll find out.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we have 0 concurrent viewers, nobody's been watching this, so no matter my best efforts, so
We're just coming up in second place.
second place. We don't even have a place. All right.
Well, we got one more subscriber, so grassroots marketing is slowly but surely working.
I mean, I'll take it. Grassroots marketing, yeah, sure. You know what? Yeah. All right. You know what? Thank you for listening to our 5th installment of the Opinion Plan podcast. This has been entertaining. We didn't talk about our main topic at hand at all, so maybe next week we'll bring it up.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was interesting. That was like catching up with host podcast kind of thing. But thanks for listening. If you were listening at all, we will engage with you in the next one.
Bye.